Hey, this is Shabbats, and I'm back in Factory Town Tycoon on Roblox. Okay, we showed how to we used the carpenter and made some basic stuff last time. And now the next thing I wanted to do, well, then the next thing you build is a saw. So you don't have to chop everything anymore. You get the saw to do it for you. So you buy that recipe, and we already know how to make all the other parts. So if we were going to build a new one, we know that we would need to have some nails. 5 of them, that's a half a box of nails and 4 pillars, which would be 4 logs chopped on here, right? And then we'd shove them all into, in fact, let's see, I think I have some nails here. See, that took care of that. I just put, that's half my box. And I could put 4 pillars in there. Okay, so I've already done that here. So I have one saw, that's what I started with, right? My first saw. So, just like your sawhorse, you put one log on the sawhorse and chop it, it turns into a pillar. And that's what happens on the saw. You run it through the saw one more time, and it makes those planks for us. So with one saw, you start using that with your carpenter instead of your sawhorse. You could see how much faster I could do this now. I could just drop. This is what I would do. I would I would use my logs crate, but I have this now. This is my storage bin, which is better. And bam, I got because let's say I'm building the bed in my carpenter. I need 2 pillars, 4 planks, 2 frames, 2 nails. So now I've got enough pillars where I can throw down a couple and make some more planks. So you see, and then I'm going to have a pile of various wood I can feed into my carpenter to make my recipe. And so the saws are a real time saver for that. And then what I did after that is I made another saw. So then I had 2 saw. So now in this saw, I'll throw a log in there and I'll make a stack of pillars here. And if I start throwing logs in here, I'm going to make a stack of planks here. And now those are usable, just again, like I did in that video. All I did was took this piece out and had it make a bunch of stacks of wood here for me. So when if you can make 3, you can feed logs into each individual one. And then that leads to the next step, would be the loop. So you've got these things and you're manually sawing your logs, you're manually throwing them into your carpenter. So the next step is to try to automate this a little bit. And the way we do it is this. Okay, so for example, the first thing, what do we already know we need a crate, a wood frame more than anything. So we want to build more wood frames, and that's actually what this box is for. So we have the storage unit. What that does, when anything comes by this storage unit, it'll pick it up if it's in there. Just like over here with my logs. I put 1 log in there, then it'll drop logs in there. This one was firewood, but it's empty. Then I think I need to start over again. Because I'm missing the theory here. I'm going to leave these up because they're hard to place. So all the rest of these are conveyors. So here's what I'm thinking. I've got my 2 saws that I built because, why 2 saw? Because all we need is planks. We don't need any pillars. So 2 saws will make a plank. We know that. So I have 2 saw. Then I have my carpenter. And that's going to actually do the assembly for us, as we know. So I did this, assembled this. Like that. Right? So here's our carpenter. We're going to make wood frames. And we know we need planks, and we don't want to feed it planks, so we are building saws. I wonder if I feel like I missed something here. So bear with me a minute. And when I'm clicking before, let me drop this. It should stop. Oh yeah, and I could actually build a new one if I want. So I'm just picking it up. I think I already showed this a bunch of times, and hitting assemble, put it together, and then rotating it so my arrows are pointing in the right direction. Okay. Now the nice part about this game is you can configure this in a lot of different ways. This is just the way I chose for now. So now I have my logs, tapping on my building over there, and I got me a log. And really here's how I actually do this machine right now, is I put my logs here. I'll just feed as many logs as I can until they come all the way around. And what's going to happen is that log, nothing's going to pick it up. There's no logs needed for our recipe, so it's going to pass through the carpenter. There's no logs that are going to go into my little house for storage because it can only hold crates. So every log is going to pass through, no matter where I put a log in, it's going to chop it into planks. And once it does, then the carpenter will start picking up a plank as they go by. See, it picked up 1, 2, not 3. And then when I feed it my nails, that's another thing, the nails. But anyway, when I feed it some nails, it'll start building my wooden frame. And wooden frame will fall into here. And the rest of the logs will just travel around in a circle until they're needed. So what I did is I just built a corner, and a conveyor. And the same thing, a corner, conveyor. And I never had any trouble with the logs getting stuck. I think once or twice a log may have jumped out of here, but big deal. So what I've done here is, I mean, if you played any of these games, loops are really important I made it so all my logs keep going around and around till they're needed, and I never have to touch it. All I have to do is throw logs anywhere and nails anywhere. With all of these loops, the machines will all pick it up when they need it. So you could put them anywhere on your conveyors, on any system you have, and it will pick it up if it's needed. If not, it'll either drop off the edge or it'll go around the loop until you change recipes or whatever. I hope I explained that okay. All my little arrows are going around. So quickly now, if we come over here, let me get my planks out of the way. I'm just gonna tap them all as fast as I can. Bam. Okay, I'm gonna assemble this. So this is a more complicated loop. This one uses T-joints. And the reason we're doing that is we need 2 types of lumber to make a bed. Is that where that goes? Not quite. We need both pillars and planks. So that's why I have a double saw system on this one. And again, thanks to this great easily deconstruct method, which will pop up when I hit the sweet spot. There it is. Unequip your wrench, of course. And that one went right in there. So because, again, I mentioned this 5 times now, sorry. My bed requires 2 types of lumber, pillar and plank for bed. So all I have to do is feed 1 log here. That's my pillar log. And then it'll just go around the circle, and that's going the wrong way. And then this, when I feed it, will be my plank logs. And now I'm going to fix this with my wrench. I'm going to change the direction to reverse. And I'm going to do that over here. And then I'm going to jump on my logs once, and it's going to fix everything. And they will all, at least one should be picked up, if not two. All right, one got picked up, my pillar. Throw some nails on there. Oh wait, I can't pick up anything with my wrench on. And if I wanted, if I just happen to have nails handy right here, just put them there. The saw is not going to cut the nails. It's just going to stick them in the loop, and the machine's going to pick it up as needed. And I already remembered the one thing we're missing because, oh yeah, so that's why I built this here. So now I have access to my little crates in that box, and they go right into my carpenter for this. So that I don't have looped in yet because you use crates for everything except for all the rest. There's a crate, there's a crate. Oh, all the conveyors like this, I think, use a crate. So anyway, that's why I kept the crates in here, so I have access to them for all my different things for now. Of course, I could put a splitter and split half into here, but whatever. And let's take, now that we know the basics, storage, assembly, feed, and cutting our items as needed. Let's look at this real quick. This will basically make anything metal. So with this, we can set it to make bricks. We can set it to make bronze. Anything we feed it, it will make that item. The main reason I made this was to make nails, because you'll know after you start playing this game, that's your big expense is nails. And with the blacksmithy, we can make all the parts for the engine, the coil, the gear, the iron frame, and we can make the motor here. And those are worth 215 bucks. And at this point, it's all profit because it's all stuff you're harvesting. You don't have to really buy anything from the store for this. So I'm going to set this to nails, which needs 2 ingots. Oh no, 1 ingot makes 10 nails. 30 bucks, right? So I will get my cart and I'll get iron ore. Where am I? And again, it feeds it through. Do I have any ores? No, but let's just feed this bar in there. So let's say it's a piece of ore. It's going to go into here, and whatever I happen to have it set. In this case, it's iron. So if I feed it iron ore, it'll make an iron. And when it makes the right thing I want, which is nails, they'll come out the blacksmithy, go around my loop. It'll go through here, and it will deposit my nails in here. So anyway, the ore goes through there, makes an ingot like this. Oh wait, what was that? Bronze? Copper. So if I set this to coil, and I could, like I said, I can put this anywhere I want on a loop, and it's going to come around and ignore everything that it's not meant to be used in, and it's going to stop here and make us a coil. And actually that coil will keep going around the loop. Then I will feed it a bronze and it'll make a gear. And then I feed it 2 iron and it makes an iron frame. And all those parts keep going around my little loop. So all I'm doing is I'm changing the recipe and I'm using the same loop system for the whole thing. So one time I had like 3 gears, 3 wires, and all of them things going around, and I just changed it to an engine. And then I walked away and harvested some trees. I came back and I had 3 engines going around the loop, and I took those to the store and made 600 bucks. Now really, let's see. I'm going to do one more thing in this video. No, I'm not. I'll do it in the next video, harvesting ores. So that's some basic loop concepts. This to make the crates. And you see what I've done here? My nail feed, my crate feed are right next to the carpenters, right where I need them. My logs, right here, I just offload my cart, my logs go into there. I can feed my logs here. I can feed my logs, actually, I keep making the mistake, not there. I always feed my logs up here, depending what I need. Okay, that's it for this one. Methinks. Thanks again for watching. Hey, wait a minute. I should leave on this screen. That's better.